Yo, what up guys, Mysterious here. Preseason patch just hit live servers and I'm gonna do a patch rundown for you guys. This one's gonna be for the MLA and also for the YouTube, and I'm gonna make it mid lane specific. So let's get into the stuff. First of all, Camtech Drake has returned and it's healthier than last time. I'm very happy with this change. Instead of all that ridiculous shit that it did before, it now grants 5% tenacity and 5% healing and shielding power. And the soul gives damage increase and damage reduction below 50% health. Sounds absolutely great to me. So I think this is a very nice change, completely healthy for the game, and will definitely have positive influences. Also, the Rift has changed. Especially the Chemtech Rift, make sure that the plants change. Honey fruits will become bigger and grant a shield for the people that consume it, so better trades will be coming. And I think the blast cone is also very important for mid lane because people will be able to blast cone straight onto mid lane and do some crazy stuff. So get ready to get insect, boys. Jungle changes. I think it's good to address this one because we as mid laners definitely should adapt to the jungle changes, and there's a lot of stuff that changes for us as well. So to give it TLDR, because there's a lot of nonsense and pets and all that kind of stuff, nice pets, they did amazing on this. And what does this actually mean for mid lane? Okay, so for mid lane, it means that we get less gold whenever we clear an enemy jungle. We also get less XP. It takes longer, and for the junglers, it's probably going to be the same. So it's harder for us to get good leads from taking jungle camps. Also, the scuttle spawns 15 seconds later at 30, so we gotta adapt with our wave states towards it, especially if it's gonna be a priority target for both the enemy jungles. And the jungle camps are also a bit more tanky and they deal a bit different damage. Just a slight nerf for mid lane to take jungle camps, basically. Also, Gromp doesn't heal anymore, and only the junglers get healed by all the other camps. We do not get healed by any camp anymore. Junglers will be about as healthy, so if we look for assassinations into the enemy jungle, it's unlikely, so to say. It's gonna be unlikely. So to continue here, we got the nice companions here, amazing stuff, very nice. Recommended pathing, that's a good one to address. There's some people that have secondary jungle, like me. Of course, I'm extremely experienced, rank 1 EUS jungler, so this doesn't mean much for me, but this can definitely be a good thing for people that do indeed have secondary jungle and don't want to get abused by the enemy team's jungler and giga gapped. So definitely a good one to look out for. New communication tools. I think this is an amazing one for us on mid lane because a lot of mid laner is all about roaming and translating leads, and these things will really smoothen the communication between us and our team, and it will definitely be a good quality of life update, and probably make it easier to translate leads into victories. Also, we got objective calling, dragons and barons. We can now vote if we want to fight it or not. They got their own system for it, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be also a nice quality of life that will smoothen the gameplay, basically. When voice chat. All right. We also got solo lane oriented updates right here, and I think this is a very big one for mid lane. So first of all, we're gonna lose 1 gold at every single creep that we CS. So we gotta CS better, boys. We just gotta watch a lot of Chovy and try to replicate him, because this is we just gotta CS more creeps to be just as strong as especially top lane and bot lane. But we do get a bit more XP. This also happens on top lane, sadly. Is it a worthy change? I'd say it's unlucky because the gold does add up quite a bit. But we'll probably be able to manage, and maybe the XP changes will make for some interesting breakpoints. We still have to see how that works. So we just gotta experience this, and maybe something great happens with this. we're gonna jump into the items. We got a lot of tank items right here. I'm not really gonna cover those because most likely we're not gonna build these on the mid lane. That's the first three is mostly tank items. This one as well. And then we go to Rod of Ages. Well, this is going to be a very interesting one. Extremely interesting. So it's basically the same Rod of Ages with the stats that it gives and with the passive that it has. But right now, when you reach max stacks, you gain a level, a full-on level, and that's pretty crazy, especially for champions that really skill hard on levels. Name for example Kassadin. He's gonna really enjoy that. And the passive is also slightly different. You restore mana whenever enemy champions hit you, and you heal health based upon mana spent. Once it hits a certain breakpoint, you gain 25% decaying move speed over 2 seconds. Maybe Rise Roll of Ages is the way again. It will probably be the case. Definitely some interesting stuff. Can we say exactly what's gonna happen? No. Champs to look out for though will definitely be Rise, Kassadin. What were other good Roll of Ages builders? Any you can imagine. Definitely keep an eye on this one. Then we also got Abyssal Mask. Yes, this is also a very big one for mid lane. Think again in the likes of a bit more of those tanky-ish mid laners, maybe scaling as well. Maybe if you combine this with Rod of Ages, because this is not a mythic item, guys. It will give a bit more magic resist, but it gives mana right now. And if we combine this with Zeraphs, if we combine this with this, you get a lot of mana, you get a lot of CDR, you get a lot of stats. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I see a lot of accumulating stats just starting to come here. Of course, the passive doesn't stack, but definitely want to maybe see, because this passive is insane on certain AP damage threats. Cursed nearby enemies, reducing their magic resist by 5 plus 1.2% bonus health for each cursed enemy. So you can literally reduce like a lot of magic resist here, and there's some champions that's just really gonna fare well with an item like this. You also get extremely tanky on the magic side, so maybe we'll actually see Rise build this stuff. Who knows? Alright, to continue, Randuin's Omen. If you're playing Yono Yasuo, you should feel scared because this item will mess you up. Critical Strikes now is back in the passive. It deals less damage on you. Gives a bit less armor, a bit more HP, a bit more overall. Really anti-crit item, and I think it's going to be extremely strong item against certain team comps, especially if we run double, triple crit. This item is just the go-to, and it's really strong. Okay, so some Fire Ages, also not a mythic item anymore. Doesn't really impact mid lane because I mean maybe, but it's a bit weaker right now. It's changed a bit, and the on-hit effect is gone at least. Turbo Campact, also not a mythic anymore. Ravenous Hydra, we got an 80 Magi Soul Stealer here. Bit lower AD, and it gives now 80 and Omnivamp on minion kills and champions. Wait, also on minion kills? That's crazy. Holy shit. Wow, that's crazy actually. Stacks up to 20. Damn, I mean, stats doesn't look too good. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's probably just a snowballing item again. I'm curious to see how this pans out. Then we also got Spear of Sojin back. For some, very happy reunion, and some might fear it. I already remember the Jax is running around with Perma E. It's changed, of course, for melee and ranged. Ranged have a bit less effect than the melee champs. So yeah, remember, think of those Jaxes and don't get nightmares, boys. We might have some trouble here with this item, but we'll see how this pans out as well. Slight buffs to these champions when it comes to jungle clear. Not really too important. Turret adjustments. I think it's a good one to really dive deep in on, because you get a bit more gold per plate, but the armor and MR per plates is going to be increased. So the revenue that you get from the plates is better, but it's harder to take them one at a time. Or actually, it's just harder to take them in general. What does this change? Well, I think this is a good change for champions that want to crack down the tower, and champions that really fare well with, for example, an early Herald. So we're gonna see early Herald be a bit stronger now again. And also, if you play control mage, you play against a roaming enemy, it's just good to stay in lane and collect those plates, because, I mean, let's be honest, it's a lot of gold that we gain. Not too big, but definitely a nice bit of gold. If we add this up, it's going to be 75 gold, 3 pink ward in the pocket. So yeah, I think this is a fine change, honestly. We got some ARAM balance changes, always nice. And to continue to the competitive part here, which is also very important for solo queue. AFK surrender time updates, that's all whatever, that's fine. Game remake updates, that's all whatever, that's fine. But what's really important here, and that's absolutely gonna change the game, is the champ select anonymity, especially in high elo. There's a lot of dodges, there's a lot of people that don't like each other. This will remove a lot of these problems, but this will also create new problems. For example, how do we know if someone is saying that they're autofill or if they're actually playing on their main role? How do we know if people are dodging about actual draft gaps or what's actually going on in high elo? Are people going to be forced to like put their own name out there because maybe in chat, because other people, right, might not take the game seriously after that? It's going to be extremely interesting how this actually shapes solo queue. I think on first sight, it's probably going to be good, but of course it's interesting because it's such a big change to a system that's been consistent for a long time. So we might see some crazy stuff happening. We might see some changes that we didn't expect, some new trends, some creative stuff being created with this stuff, and it's going to be very, very hype. Rewards will be coming as well, and we also got some sick ass skins coming. So guys, I thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys had a great season 12, because now we're gonna make sure that we jump straight into season 13. It's gonna be an absolutely banger of a season, and I thank you all for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you like the video, like, and I really appreciate subscribe as well, and I wish you all a great day. Bye bye.